Good morning, everyone. It's your English class, and today we will study about future perfect continuous tense. So let's get started. So, firstly, let's understand. Let's see the uses of this tense. We use this tense to express an action which will begin before a given moment in the future and will continue up to the moment and will be in progress even at that moment. Like some examples are written here. By 12 o'clock, the Centurions will have been attending the online classes for 4 hours. By the next year, we will have been suffering from COVID-19 for 2 years. So, dear students, we need to understand about this tense that whenever in future we will have been doing any work from any certain or uncertain time. So for those actions, we should use future perfect continuous tense. जब कभी हम फ्यूचर में कोई काम किसी समय से कर रहे होंगे, remember this in the future. Okay, so for those actions, we should use future perfect continuous tense. Right? Suppose I say that by the next year, we will have been suffering from COVID-19 for 2 years. अगले साल हम कोविड 19 से 2 साल से परेशान हो रहे होंगे, यानी हमें 2 साल हो चुके होंगे. So we can write this sentence, right? By the 12 o'clock, the Centurions will have been attending the online class for 4 hours. Sorry. Suppose your class start at 9 o'clock, and I can say that by 12 o'clock, the Centurions will have been attending the online classes for 4 hours, right? So simply we can say that when in the future something will have been going on from any certain or uncertain time, for those actions we should use future perfect continuous tense, right? Now let's see what are the formations, how to construct the sentences of this tense. So if our sentence is simple, so we need to use subject, helping verb, main verb, object, for or since according to the time. If time is certain, we need to use since. If time is uncertain, means that is duration, so we should use for, right? Negative subject, helping verb, then we have to put not. Okay, actually means here helping verb. Main verb, object, for or since, then these are the preposition and then time. If sentence is interrogative, helping verb will come first, because I have told you whenever we make any question, so viewer means who is listening us will understand if we use helping verb before the subject, right? Then he or she will understand we are putting any question. If a sentence is negative interrogative, helping verb, subject, not, main verb, object, for or since and time. And dear students, I have told you about the object. Sometime object is given in the sentence, sometime that is not given. So it is up to the situation. We can leave it also, we can use it also. Clear? Next, if sentence is WH interrogative, so WH word will come, then helping verb, then subject, then main verb, then object, for or since, then time. Okay, so usually the formation of all the sentences for all the tenses are same, just difference is that we have to use different helping verbs and different main verbs, right? If any sentence is written in English, how we recognize the tense, like means like how we recognize the tense of the sentence, by just helping verbs and main verbs. So we should learn the helping verbs and main verbs of all the tenses. Clear? Subject, you know that nouns and pronouns are our subjects. Helping verbs will have been and shall have been, these two helping verbs will be used. Main verb, I have told you when you say continuous tense, so in continuous tense, convert may, you have to use ing form. Object, nouns and pronouns. Note. So I'm just going to tell you about main verbs and helping verbs. So main verb is like only one, means like fourth form, means base form plus ing. This main verb you have to use. Okay, so we don't have any option. So whatever our subject is, that we have to use only this main verb, means fourth form. Next, helping verb, I have written only helping, it means helping verb. So two helping verbs are there, will have been or shall have been, and in these helping verb three words are there. So I have told you shall have been is used with I and we, and will have been is used with all the type of subjects, right? So basically I have told you in modern English, in modern grammar, you can use will have been instead of shall have been, means completely you can skip shall have been. Okay, will have been is right with every type of subject, right? Now let's do this exercise. Now dear students, you have to raise your hand if you know the answer. In this, we have to find the error in the given sentences according to future perfect continuous tense. So future perfect continuous tense you have to use here, right? And according to this tense you have to find the error. Clear? So please get ready. Our first sentence is that they will have working on the project since January. So what's the mistake in this sentence? Who will let me know? What's the mistake in this sentence? Who will let me know? Okay, please let me do some setting from my end. Please stay connected. Then I'll give you the option to unmute to yourself. Please wait a while. Let me enlarge this box. Please wait. Okay, now you can speak. Okay, so first of all, Mannat has raised her hand. Mannat, you please tell me what's the mistake in this sentence? Mannat, good morning.
Sir, they will have been working on that project since January.
Very good. Right answer means been we have skipped here. So they will have been working on that project since January. Very good. Right answer, because helping verbs are will have been. So combination of three words is there. Will have been. So I skipped the been word there. So that's why been we need to fill here. Very good. Right answer. Next sentence is that tomorrow the student will have been preparing for their exams for 9 o'clock. So what's the mistake in this sentence? Who will let me know? What's the mistake in this sentence? Who will let me know? Okay. Let me see. Kanishka, you please tell me. Kanishka, you have raised your hand. Can you tell me?
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, Kanishka.
Sir, it will be tomorrow. The students will have been preparing for their exams since 9 o'clock.
Since 9 o'clock. Yes, very good, because that is certain time, and for the certain time we should use since, and for the duration of time we should use for. In this 9 o'clock, that is a certain time, so that's not duration, so that's why we can't fill here forward for preposition. Instead of for, we have to fill here since. So we need to say this sentence: tomorrow the students will have been preparing for the exams since 9 o'clock. Very good, right answer. Next sentence is that they will have been study seriously for 2 hours. They will have been study seriously for 2 hours. Who will let me know? Raise your hand, please. Come on, too fast. Let me see who can tell me. Sanchi Bhatia, you please tell me. Sanchi, please tell me. Sanchi, unmute yourself.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Sir, they will have been studying seriously for 2 hours.
Very good. Means verb we have mentioned wrong here. Means like we need to
Yes,
mention here studying, because ing form
we have
yes, very good.
form.
They will have been studying seriously for 2 hours. Okay, so studying we need to mention, right? Very good, right answer. So we need to say the sentence in this way. They will have been studying seriously for 2 hours. Very good, right answer you have given. Okay, next sentence. Next is that by the next month, we will has been attending the online classes for 3 months. So what's the mistake in this sentence? Who will let me know? Who will tell me what's the mistake in this sentence? Mistake is that, who will tell me? Khushi, you please tell me. Khushi. Khushi, beta, please tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, by the next month, we will have been attending the online classes for 3 months.
Very good. Right answer. So we need to mention here have, not has. Remember this, have is base form, and after the modal helping verb, we always have to put base form. Has is first form singular, right? So have is right here. So we need to say this sentence in this way. By the next month, we will have been attending the online classes for 3 months. अगले महीने तक हम online classes 3 महीने से attend कर रहे होंगे. Very good. You have given the right answer. Next sentence is that day after tomorrow by 11 o'clock she have been reading the newspaper since morning. Who will let me know what's the mistake in this sentence? Mihika or Megan, you please tell me. Mihika or Megan, can you tell me?
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Mihika or Megan, can you tell me what's the...
Tomorrow by 11 o'clock, she has been reading newspaper since morning.
No, who is there, Mihika or Megan?
Sir, Mihika.
Mihika, beta, again try. You have not given the right answer. Again, would you like to try? Megan, you can try. Read the sentence carefully and see that.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you tell?
Day after tomorrow by 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, she have been reading the newspaper for...
Okay. You are also not getting what's the mistake. I tell you, okay, that's fine. Will, I did not mention there. Okay, because if I talk about the future, so either shall or will I will have to mention. So will I skipped there. That's why in this sentence just will is missing. So we need to say this sentence by a day after tomorrow by 11 o'clock she will have been reading the newspaper since the morning, right? I think this tense is clear in your mind how to use this tense and what are the helping verbs and main verbs of this tense. Okay, so let's move on the next part because this part is completed of this tense. So again I tell you, जब कभी हम फ्यूचर में कोई काम कर रहे होंगे किसी सर्टेन या अनसर्टेन टाइम से, ठीक है, जैसे मैं कहता हूँ कि कल वो 2 बजे से पढ़ रहा होगा या वो 2 बजे से सो रहा होगा या वो 2 घंटों से सो रहा होगा, यानी कि आने वाले टाइम में जब कोई पर्सन किसी समय से कोई काम कर रहा होगा, वो समय सर्टेन हो या अनसर्टेन हो, तो उसके लिए वहां पे हमने फ्यूचर परफेक्ट कंटीन्यूअस टेंस यूज करना होता है, राइट? Okay, please down your hand because next grammatical point we are going to study. Now we are going to study in notice writing. Dear students, remember this. Notice writing will come in your coming examination. So please understand it very carefully. And today I will send you the PDF also. So in that PDF, notice writing will be there. And so those notice you have to write in your fair notebook. Okay. So today I will make you understand how to write the notice. Notice writing. So notice writing we are going to study today. So firstly, let's understand what a notice. It is a written or a printed piece of information targeted for a specific group of people, right? So basically, dear students, notice is a written piece of information. Any uh, printed piece is there of any paper, so in which we convey any information and for the specific group of people, right? Suppose like you need to announce something in your school. So what do you do? What you can do that you can mention, you can write a notice and you can hang on that notice on the notice board, and by this you can convey the information quickly, right? So it usually covers an event, inauguration, function, or general instructions. So dear students, whenever you have to give the general instructions, you have to organize any function, any inauguration is there, any event is there, and you want to convey the message regarding that function or that event, so quickly you can convey by putting the notice on the notice board. So that is called a notice, right? Secondly, now we have to understand what is the format of notice writing. So first of all, we need to mention the organization name. Means like first of all, we need to mention the school name. Our school name will come. After that, you can see here, notice word will come. Okay, this notice word will come. After that, left side date you need to mention. Date you need to mention. Then the title or the heading of that notice, means like regarding what you are going to write. Then body you will need to mention, means what is the main message, what is the main information that you have to mention. In the last, on the left side, you can make your signature. Then you need to name your, means you have to write your name, then designation. Designation means like what is your post in that school, right? Again, understand. Second point you need to remember, in box you need to write the notice. Box you have to make, then you have to write the notice. First of all, school name you will mention, then notice word you will mention, then date you will mention on the left side. In the mid, again you will mention title or heading, regard means like name of the event. Then body means main information you will write here. Then in the last left side you need to make your signature, the name and designation. Designation means post, right? So this is the format of how to write a notice. So basically now I'm going to make you understand in body what to write, right? So basically we have to reply of 6W, like what, who, where, when, what to do, whom, right? So first of all you need to write what is notice about. वो notice किसके बारे में, you will mention in the body, right? Second, who it is addressed to, वो आप किसको address कर रहे हो, वो आपने mention करना है. Then where is that event, means which event is going to be take place. So where is that event, you need to mention the location also in the notice. Then next, when is the event going to happen, like you need to mention the date and day and time also, so that the who will read the notice, they will come to know where this or when this event will happen. What to do, the instructions are written related to the notice. So what to do means like what are the instructions for the readers, you have to mention there. These all the things we will understand with some examples. Okay, so in the last means of whom to contact or get in touch with. If like additional information you want to get about that event, right? So whom you should contact. So whose name or number also you need to mention. Again, understand what is notice about, वो notice किसके बारे में है, who it is addressed to, किसको address किया जा रहा है, where is the event, means like you need to tell the venue of that event, when you have to tell the time, what to do, means like if you want to get the extra information or if you want to participate in that event, so what to do, to whom you should contact, need to mention. In the last, like whom you should contact regarding that event, so that old person also name you should mention. Okay, let's understand with some examples. Today I will send you the PDF of this notice also. You have to write this notice in your fair notebook and you have to learn also. So our question is that Dr. D.K. Sen Gupta, a renowned educationalist, is going to address the student of your school on how to prepare for the annual examination. As a head boy or girl of your school, draft a notice inviting students of class 6 to 10th attend the lecture. So you need to understand that a person is there. His name is Dr. D.K. Sen Gupta. He's a renowned educationist and he's going to come in your school and he is going to give a lecture regarding how to prepare for the annual examination, and you need to invite all the students of 6th to 10th class to attend that lecture. Regarding this, you have to mention that you have to write a notice. So first of all, school name you need to mention, the notice word, then in this here you have to mention the date, right? So how to, so here like what is our event name, we can mention how to prepare for the annual examination. So here we need to write the body, and in the last, venue, time and date, and the like a signature and name, right? Designation need to mention here. So let's read this. All the students are informed that Dr. D.K. Sen Gupta, a renowned educationist, is going to address us on the topic how to prepare for the annual examination on coming Monday. Means a person is there, his name is Dr. D.K. Sen Gupta. He is coming in our school and he will give the lecture on the topic how to prepare for the annual examination on coming Monday. So all the students of classes 6 to 10 are instructed to attend the lecture because it will help us to improve our academic performance. And in this, like we have to say the students like you should attend the lecture because this will help us in our academic performance. The details of the event as follows: that's date, that's time, that's venue, the name and signature and designation, you need to mention that, right? Next, this notice also you have to learn and write. So one by one you will learn, but all the notice you need to write in your fair notebook, right? Your school is organizing a culture program on the occasion of Children's Day. As the head boy or girl, draft a notice for the school notice board inviting names for the different cultures item, right? So in this we have to write regarding a culture program which is going to be held in your school, and you need to write a notice to invite the students to participate in the different culture items. So first of all, school name, right? The notice word will come here, then date of that day, then the like event name, title means or heading will come here, then body will come, then date, time, venue. Okay, then in the last you need to mention the name, signature and designation is there. So this is to inform all the students that our school is organizing a cultural program on the occasion of Children's Day. Means there is an occasion of Children's Day. So on this day, our school is going to organize a cultural program. In this, many cultural items will be celebrated like dancing, drama, pick and speak, etc. So many cultural items will be celebrated there in the function. The students who are interested for the same are requested to give their name to their class in charge. The details of events are as follows. So who are interested to participate in this function, so they can give their name to their class in charge, right? Then date, time, venue is there, right? Next, third notice, a friendly football match is being played between the junior team of your school and that of Bal Vidya Niketan. As a sports secretary of your school, draft a notice appealing to students to come in large numbers and cheer up your team. So you need to imagine that you are a sports secretary of your school, and a match is going to be played between your junior team of your school and the team of Bal Vidya Niketan school. So you need to appeal the students to come in the large number so that they can cheer up their team. So regarding this, you have to write the notice. Remember this again, I tell you, notice you should write in a box. So box must be there. So first of all, school name, then notice word will come, then the left side date, means the like date, month and year will come, then the title name, a football match you can mention. All the students are informed that a friendly football match is being played between the junior team of our school and that of Bal Vidya Niketan, right? So two teams are there and match is going to be played. One is of our school, that's junior football cricket team. Second is of Bal Vidya Niketan school. You all the students are appealed to come in large numbers so that we can cheer up our school team. So like we are appealing in all the we are appealing to all the students, like they should come and they should cheer up their school team, right? And next details are mentioned here. What is the date, time is what, and venue is what. At a school ground they have to come. Then like name, signature, and what is the designation you have to mention. Clear? So these three notice you have to do. Okay, in the next class we will understand the story writing. Okay, story writing also I will send today. Story writing also please write in your fair notebook. So story writing and notice will come in your coming examination UT1. Okay, so dear students, now if you want to ask any question, please come forward, raise your hand.